guys, Michaela John here, and today I'm going to be doing a rant on the Slenderman HBO documentary. And I know I haven't been doing a rant in a while, but this is what I think about it and what I think should be said. Slenderman is a fictional character that has been a internet icon. I'm going to put that out there that he is not real. Now, a couple of years ago, there were these two girls who went out in the woods and stabbed their best friend. And they thought they were under Slenderman's influence. They thought if I do this for Slenderman and I kill my friend, I will become a Slenderman proxy. You're not going to become a Slenderman proxy if you kill for him. And I'm not saying that you should. These girls thought they were going to be going to the Slender Mansion. However, in Slenderman folklore, that doesn't exist. And I hate to bring it up to many of the newcomers that think that this particular mansion in the woods exists. When you get into Slenderman mythology, as I like to read, you're going to realize that none of the creepypasta fandom's outlook on Slenderman is real. He does not, I was in that position too, and I'm not going to frown upon you for thinking there is a mansion out there. I'm just saying that to get a fact clear. Just get a fact clear. Anyways, now that I got that set up clear, when you become a proxy of Slenderman, you are basically mindless and have no control of your physical body whatsoever. Therefore, it is almost like a demon possession. These girls were not in this possession of Slenderman. This is a make-believe character, and yes, it's fun to think that he's real, but at the end of the day, it's just another creature, like the rake. It's something that was made, and it's something for the public eye to enjoy. However, there is many internet web shows such as Everyman Hybrid, Tribe 12, and Marble Mornings that shows Slenderman. Still, it's not real. That's somebody in a costume or Photoshop, whatever the case may be. The fact that the fandom is frowned upon itself is very hard to believe. Whether this be the Marble Hornets fandom or Creepypasta fandom or Everyman Hybrid, Tribe 12. You know, you get my drift, the Slenderverse, basically. The fact that it's frowned upon is very, very retarded. Us creepypasta fans should not have to go through being picked on, being targeted on. Nobody told these girls, to go out there and stab their best friends. Nobody in the fandom. Because you know what? The moment that I heard Creepypasta Wiki was going to be shut down, I was very, very upset with this. Now, I know last year, Five Nights at Freddy's was a huge thing. And the Creepypasta fandom did die a couple of times, but there is no reason to frown upon Creepypasta fans. You know, we're just everyday normal people walking around who likes, and we like to read and watch things just like a normal human being would like to. We shouldn't have our freedom taken away to read horror stories just because of a 12-year-old girl. Seriously, they are 12 years old. The government couldn't have been more stupid than to try to shut down Creepypasta Wiki. 12-year-old girls. I cannot stress how stupid that is. And to my belief, everybody should have the right to read what they want. I'm not saying that I'm not saying like important papers, but books. These are books. Something that takes us to another place, something that expresses our creativity. Now, to think that there is a faceless guy walking around in the woods is beyond me. Would you honestly believe that there is a faceless guy walking around in the woods telling you what to do? No. So, again, myth. That's why they call it the Slenderman mythos. Now, this particular case is almost as big as other cases, but this case has been lasting a couple of years. And the fact that that HBO is making a documentary about this is pretty weird. There's other things there are other things to make documentaries about. Do I find it cool that they're finally making a documentary based off of Slenderman? Hell yeah, but when it comes to a fact of a crime scene, I'm like, couldn't have just done one on ISIS. I mean, come on. Me and you both know that there are other things to do a documentary on. And you're probably wondering what this whole rant is about. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to stick up for the fandom that I'm mainly in. The government went almost as far to start deleting accounts, ones that were associated with Slenderman and creepypasta. This is what I heard. I'm not saying that this is true, and I don't want to put down the government, because what I believe that they were scared that other children were going to follow through with their actions and attempt to become a Slenderman proxy. And another thing is when Slenderman has to choose you to be proxy. You do not choose to become one. Even then, people should have a right mind to not kill their friend. Because once you kill them, they will not come back. They're never going to come back. Because death is there. And it's a real thing, and it's serious. And once you take someone's life or your life, it's over. It's done with. You're not coming back. You are never going to come back. And once you die, your whole life is going to become a memory. And do you want that? Do you want to become a memory and something that people have to grieve over? But what I want to know, why didn't the parents stop them from taking a kitchen knife? I believe some of this does have to do with the parents and their environment. The parents should have been at least questioning their child what they were doing with a kitchen knife. And especially if they're gonna go out in the woods, yeah, that should have raised a big flag, a big red flag. And before you're gonna kill somebody, there should have been sides. You should have talked to your child about myth versus reality. And I don't think that this parent did that. There should be a fine line between reality and myth. And if you don't talk to your child about what's real and what's not real, they will go insane. The parents should have been more responsible in this case. And wouldn't the parent have questioned why they didn't come back with the other friend? Because from what I hear, this was a sleepover that all these 3 children were at. Regardless, if this parent truly didn't know that their child was going to do this, then again, they should have looked at what they were doing. Like, they should have known that they had a kitchen knife. Because wouldn't you have noticed a kitchen knife was missing? Wouldn't you have noticed that your child was acting a bit strange? Like, I'm not saying, okay, if there's parents that's watching this and they're listening to my voice, I'm not saying to invade your child's privacy. But if they're starting to act suspicious, then yeah, you need to ask what's going on. That's your job. That's your responsibility. As a parent, you should have been questioning your child. You should have been asking them, okay, what is this creepypasta you've gotten into? That's what my mom did. That's what my grandma did. They basically told me, what are you reading? And I told them straight out, I'm reading creepypastas, and I know they don't exist. You know, because it's something from imagination. I'm a creepypasta writer myself. You know, I'm currently working on a creepypasta, and I heard that these children came out with supplies. Like, they had a whole journal filled with what they're going to be doing. They thought Masky and Hoodie, they thought they were going to be there. I'm going to also come up with a fact to those who don't know. But Masky and Hoodie they are real people, but, well, the actual characters themselves aren't real, but they're enacted with Brian Height and Tim Soten. But still, you shouldn't be killing your friends or doing any physical harm to your friends, because one day they're gonna come back to you and they're going to remember that shit that you did. Excuse my language, but I just needed to get a point across. I don't think HBO should be making documentaries, because if they slip up once, the fandom's going to be frowned upon more than it already is. I don't think creepypasta fans should be hiding in the darkness because of these 12-year-old girls. To be honest, the fandom was doing so much better up until this point. Up until the creepypasta fans decided, well, the 2 12-year-old girls, decided to stab their best friend. It was doing fine. You know, everybody was getting along. People were able to express themselves, and now we can't. We are shamed for being fans, and I don't want that to be happening anymore. I don't want us to be hidden in the light. That's what I'm trying to. Correction. I don't want us to be hidden in the dark anymore. And I think everybody has a right to express what they like. And I'm talking about with creativity-wise, but not killing-wise. We all have a right to show what we like, but we shouldn't do it to extremes. You know, the fact that the creepypasta wiki had to go so far as to putting a age limit on, that was pretty messed up. I remember, this is personally me, I remember being kicked out of a few of my friends' houses because they told me, oh, we can't accept creepypasta fans anymore. You know, we can't let you be friends with our child because you like a particular thing. I think that's screwed up in parents. If your child decides to befriend somebody who has common interests with them, let them like what they want. I'm not saying like inappropriate stuff, but like allow them to explore things. Allow them to. Because if you don't allow them to use their imagination or let them use their creativity, they're going to be mindless. Let's face it. I don't have a right to tell you how to rule your child, but come on. Just don't tell your kids to not like something. Now I get it if they're like small, but like once they're at the age of 13, 12, they should be allowed to like what they want. You know, they're going to like what they want. And you need to, and people like that need to accept that they are going to do this. They're not going to be your perfect child. You know, I want to get back on topic now. But still. I just want to say this out clear. I think the creepypasta fandom should have nothing to do with those 12-year-old girls anymore. They did ruin the fandom, and I'm going to say that they did. Well, I'm not talking about the really creepy VOCs. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. But up until that point, everybody was fine. Everybody was okay. You know, everybody just got along. I want what I said. Well, okay, hold up. Creepypasta is just myths. You know, back in ancient Greece, they had myths. You know, ancient civilization, they even had myths. So why can't we read them? Why do we have to be put in shame for liking things that shouldn't even have to be a deal? Why should we be ashamed of liking Jeff the Killer, Ben Drown, Happen, you know, whoever the creepypasta may be? Why should we have to be thrown under the bus just because we like something? You get my drift? There are other things in this world that we could be focusing more on, and not these 12-year-old girls. There are people who threaten people every day. I know there's somebody in another fandom that was involved with actually, I'm gonna go back to the Death Note thing. This one person made a Death Note in order to joke around. But what I'm saying is, don't make mythology. Don't make mythology into reality. Don't make these stories into reality. We should all just have respect for each other. And you know, there should have been a fine line between myth and reality. And I'm going to keep it that way. I am going to speak up for what I like, because that's a part of me. That's a part of something I like. And I don't want people telling me that I'm some psychopath for liking these creatures. To the parents whom are concerned about creepypasta and what it is, it's basically internet campfire stories that involves with like, alright, I'm gonna go to a, like, you know, there was this book that I always used to read, that had a bunch of horror stories in it. I can't think of the name, but it's basically just like that. Like the Wendigo and the one about the lady who chopped off somebody's head and put it in spaghetti. Yeah, things like that. That's basically what it is. And now people who are people whom are concerned with Slenderverse. It's basically just like YouTube web series with blogs that deal under the Slenderman, but not the real deal, because it's all acting. Like, you're probably wondering, like, why is my child so involved with this mythical creature? He's not even real. It's just interesting. It's things that a lot of people should give a try. You know, this is something that everybody should have a chance to enjoy. And I'm not saying that that you have to read them, but I'm just saying, just give it a try. You know, it's not a bad fandom, and it really shouldn't just be frowned upon due to the fact that the 12-year-old girls. Recently, like, my therapist saying, one of the people who helped me with my life, I'm not going to say names, asked me why I'm so, like, why do I like Slenderman, why do I want to find out more about it, etc., etc. It's just because it's an interest, it's a hobby, it's mutually what it is. I'm going to end the video from here, but I hope I made my point across. Creepypasta is fantasy, not reality. Thank you for watching, and regardless, everyone just keep being you, because you are important, and you deserve to be in what you like, into things that you like. That didn't make sense, but you know what, let's just roll with it. I hope what I said came across clear, and if you want to message me, then message me on the comments below, interact with me in the comments.